was before I destroyed the front tires. What's up, guys? It's a beautiful Saturday morning. I'm on the way to get my new first used fit scale RC. It's a Redcat Rampage XT that looks like it's been converted to an MT. So pretty interesting design. It's got a 2-speed. This is going to be a first for my channel. Since the road trip to get this truck, it's been about 2 weeks, and let me tell you guys, I am sorry for not making this content earlier, but I'll tell you this, I had a couple situations and problems. Look at the front wheel. Yep, complete blowout. The other side is exactly the same. I lost rear wheel drive. I have a broken rear diff cup, but hey, I had a good time breaking it. So I'm sitting here with a couple of new tires. These are the really good, nice, large MT tires for this. I saw a pretty good deal on Let Go. As you know, I've been buying and selling RCs, and this in fact was my first fit scale gas RC that I've ever purchased used. That was before I destroyed the front tires. And what's up, NItrogang? This is my Redcat Racing Rampage. It's a fit scale gas RC. And this one, very, very interesting. It's the only fit scale gas RC I have that has a legitimate 2-speed transmission. More on this later. This is not original. I got this one for over about a year ago now. And yes, this is the classic balls edition. These are some 3D printed balls right here. No, I did not put that on. I, in fact, don't really even find this funny. The previous owner did this. And of course, he also put on this non-shifting 2-speed transmission. So there's a lot to be said about this. This thing was like pretty fast. It was so fast that unfortunately, I didn't even get to record the damage. Check out what happened, guys. So my wheels, the wheels totally exploded. All right, you guys see what's going on? Yeah, I am also missing a piece of the damn foam. So not only that, but the diff cup is broken. Right here, you guys can see I could wiggle the drive shaft freely right over here. And I got to replace the diff cup. Everything else seems to be okay. This truck has the aluminum wheel hub upgrade here. In this video, I am going to be attempting to put on these new diff cups. I'm going to be following the Redcat Racing manual from their website. This model is currently discontinued, and in fact, a lot of these Rampage series RCs, they seem to be gone. It looks like Rovin and King Motor and of course Team Losi are basically the front runners in the USA fit scale gas RC market. So there it is, guys. Got a whole new set of wheels for this thing. These are brand new wheels. They are enormous beadlocks, of course. And check this out. There is an aluminum wheel ring around the actual hub. Pretty nice design, actually. The problem with these is they are super, super heavy. There we go. Wow, 2.5 pounds, guys. That basically means this tire is twice as heavy as the regular fit scale tire, which comes standard on pretty much every style Baja. And this is already the larger upgraded tire here on the outside. So no wonder, you know, people say that they have a lot of issues with these tires. Just the size and the mass alone, 2.5 pounds per tire. That means this truck in itself has 10 pounds worth of weight just from the wheels. I've been putting off this repair for quite some time. Right now I have the wheels off. Most of the drivetrain here in the back is accessible. So if I remove this awesome body, and this is from the MT model, right? And it also has a light bar. The lights actually do work. But this is an XT chassis. It's not a real MT, just so you guys know. It seems that the previous owner did a conversion to basically make this an MT chassis. What that means is he spent a whole bunch of money on just getting different suspension components because it's still basically the same turd that it was when Redcat freaking sold it brand new. You know, what can I tell you? Either way, this entire transmission set here comes complete with the center diff bracket here. I don't particularly care what you call this, but I'm just gonna call it this entire aluminum piece. The Rampage series uses a pretty unconventional power transfer system where most fit scale gas RCs for 4-wheel drive, right? This is a 4-wheel drive. They have a center diff chassis layout. Here, you have, like, you know, your clutch belt going to your pinion gear, going to your transmission, then going to another gear on a lay shaft, going to another gear somewhere in the center there. It's fairly complicated, and years ago people used to get belt drives for these. They are no longer being made. This transmission, I still don't know if it shifts or not. But of course, when you buy any used RC, there's always going to be a bunch of surprises. Notice this exhaust. Yeah, that's right. There's no tune pipe. There's no stock muffler. This is just a straight pipe. Now, I did run it. It is really, really loud, guys. I gotta say, it seems to run pretty much normal. I was able to hit normal speeds with it. So, yeah, I'm missing any kind of exhaust other than a straight pipe out here in the back. And it ran just fine. Now, of course, in the future, once I fix this, I will fit a normal tuned pipe exhaust on this system, but this thing does have a modified cylinder head here. It says Chung Yang 28 to 36 on the head here on top. Other than that, I am quite sure this is just a stock Redcat 30cc motor. I have no reason to believe that the actual block itself was modified. Just the head on top is probably some kind of upgraded head. I don't know. The owner didn't really tell me that much about it, but I do know that it runs. It does have good compression. You guys hear that? Oh. Yeah, pretty hard to pull. It starts, it runs. I know that. It's just, it's got a whole bunch of gremlins, you know? Now, some of it is attributable to Redcat, of course, and a whole bunch of other reasons are because when people put upgrades, like these Chinese center diff situations here, this stuff just doesn't work, guys. People often ask me, how come you don't put a 2-speed transmission on your Baja? And honestly, I don't think I need it. I'm gonna start working on this diff. Gonna attempt to open it up. Hopefully I can replace these diff cups. So far I've disconnected the hinge pins. I've taken them out. I got the hinge brace holder here. It's super dirty, but yeah, that's no big deal. I'm gonna wash it later on. My goal is to remove this diff case cover, and I have to get to the diff to remove these busted drive cups. This is actually a pretty common thing for Redcat. They tend to do this like almost all the time. I've got the entire rear suspension system out, pretty much just slid out. And now I have access to the diff case itself. Let's see if it's easy as just removing this. Oh, wow. There's really only 2 screws that I took out here, and that's how we're gonna get to this diff cup. Pretty easy design, honestly, to work on. The diff is out. It's full of grease. Pretty hefty unit. Look at the diff based on the size of my hand right here. Not bad. Kind of hardcore stuff over here. You know, fit scale gas RC type of stuff. Now I need to remove these 4 screws. The goal is to remove this ring gear, and the diff should just basically slide apart. Whoa. Gotta hold it in the napkin. Thing pretty much just hurt me pretty bad right here. There we go. That's right, baby, that's right. You're not gonna beat me, Redcat. Let's see what happens now. The moment of truth, guys. I've honestly never done this before. I usually don't destroy my RCs, but in this case it was just like a freak thing. But yeah, do your best to avoid stuff like this. Alright, the diff is nice and full of diff fluid inside. I'll pull this out. Man, I really hate messing with such, you know, greasy parts here, but what are you gonna do? All the way inside the diff right here, there's a pin holding the drive cup in. Basically just remove this piece, right? One of these gears, and then it should slide out, ideally. Of course, ideally, right? You always want to say ideally because you never know. So this drive pin should come out on this side of the diff cover. You guys see that? The access hole. I'm not going to fully disassemble it because I'll never be able to get this thing back in. Here we go. The broken freaking diff cup. Finally. All of this just to get this piece. Time to install the new one. These were like 20 bucks on eBay. Not that expensive, although, you know, if you're looking for Redcat parts, you're gonna have a problem finding them because there really aren't that many aftermarket companies making these, which usually is not good. You know, that's why the Fit Scale Gas Baja is one of the best in my opinion. Okay, I'm gonna slide it through. and just got to get the pin back in there, and we're home free, you know. Okay, let me just adjust the pin there a little bit, make sure it's even. Let's see, I think the next part I'm going to put in will be this gear. Doesn't matter as long as it just slides into there somehow, one way or another. Just basically going to turn it, and it should seat itself. Time to put the rest of these gears in there. I don't have any diff fluid right now, to be honest with you, so I'm just going to leave it how it is right now. But it seems to still be mostly in there. Yeah, some of it came out. The seal is probably okay. Now, ideally, yeah, you would want to remove this oil off of your seal. But I don't have that kind of luxury right now. Just got to assemble this and move on, you know? Notice I never use power tools to, you know, finish screwing in screws, because you really want that hand feel. You know, you really want to make sure that you know where the limit is. And it seems like with a drill, even when you have a good drill, it's still a little bit too much, you know, power there. It applies a little too much torque. Alright guys, I am done with the diff. Let me just show you that it in fact does spin. I'm just going to kind of push it in here, right? And then spin the transmission. So it does spin. We have literally movement from the diff. So everything is okay. Before I let you go, I want to leave you off with a thought and maybe a suggestion that you guys could help me out with. So this is the regular straight pipe that I just took off of here. Literally straight pipe. You guys see that? Just bolts onto the motor and there's nothing. My plans a long time ago were to put on this stock HPI Baja muffler style exhaust here. You know, like so. Unfortunately, the way this frame is designed, I cannot fit even the stock HPI Baja muffler in here. So I'm asking you guys for some advice on which pipe to get. Now, if I can't get a pipe, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna run this as is. I already know it ran. I don't want to be paying over $50 for a pipe because, yeah, I only paid $280 for this entire thing. I'm not gonna be paying, you know, half of that just for a piece of metal and a pipe that I could stick on here. So don't even think about that. I did my research on the upgraded optional pipes that Redcat designs for these models, and pretty much 1 out of 2 reviews, which is 50% of the reviews, say the pipes crack within about 3 runs. It appears that the welds are terrible on the Redcat pipes, so I don't know if I'm gonna go with that, and they're still like about $50 on eBay anyway. It's almost midnight right now. I'm gonna have to call this the end of this video. Come back for part 2, possibly part 3. We're gonna get way deep into this. I still have to work on this 2-speed transmission here, get the radio system sorted. There is a lot of work when you get yourself a used Redcat, guys. There's really no denying. You're gonna be working till like literally freaking midnight. This may be a gas RC, but the NItrogang rules, the NItrogang culture applies to everything. I treat everything as if it's the last Nitro RC I'm ever gonna own. See you later, guys.